Hello, good morning, good afternoon. Hello, everyone. How are you? I am Trina Bolden Fields, and I'm hopping on for a tea with Trina today. And this one is a hot one. It definitely is. Of your value is not up for debate. But before we get into this topic, I want to talk about what I'm having for tea. I put today in here, what I'm having is fresh mint leaves with honey. That is the tea that I'm having today. I kind of muddled the tea leaves just a tiny bit, added the hot water, added some honey. I haven't yet had it yet, so I'm gonna taste it now. I haven't muddled my tea leaves before, like smashed them, and that brought out some more flavor. And you know it would. I knew it would. We know it will. We got it. It's so good. This tea is so good. So fresh mint for me today. I'm not for sure what you're having, but hopefully you're enjoying it. And today you may need to take out a pen and paper to take some notes or to remember some things. But let's talk about this topic today. It is an essential one. It's also one that I've been impacted by. And so I wanted to talk about it because this is really about what we're able to understand about ourselves and put out there and receive and engage in. And I really want to talk with the visionaries, the creatives, the healers, the change makers today. So if you are here as a visionary, as a creative, as a healer, a change maker, welcome, because you are the ones who are out here pouring out your brilliance and putting it out into the world day after day after day, and yet still second guessing whether you can really charge your value or you can really charge your worth. And I want to talk about this today because I understand I'm a visionary, I'm a creative, I'm a healer, I'm a change maker, I'm all these things as well. And I want to just be clear for all of us here in the room that your value is not up for debate. Your value is not up for debate. It's not a coupon. It's not a flash sale. It's not it's definitely not negotiable. It's not something that someone else gets to put a price tag on, okay? Eh, you do, right? And I want to talk about this because I remember with my own journey, I sometimes would uh share or ask for something far less than what it was worth, right? I did this because I thought that I needed to make it affordable for people. And if I made it affordable for people, more people would say yes. And yes, there's some people who said yes to a lower ticket item that I offered. But what I really noticed was that they weren't as invested. I was exhausted because I was doing more work and doing all the things, and then I was left questioning, like, if this thing that I'm offering is really worth it. It is worth it. I was just offering it to people who couldn't afford it or maybe who weren't ready for it. And this moment taught me something, is that when you discount your value, you teach others to do the same. Okay? When you discount your value, you teach others to do the same. And you think about how many times over and over and over and over again you're teaching people to discount your value by offering your services for less than what it's worth, less than what the value needs to be. And I want to just tell you something. I have to be honest. That being cheap and not really valuing your value or honoring your worth, it doesn't build transformation. Low effort, low energy doesn't build a legacy. And quick fixes doesn't create real lasting change. Quick fixes, they don't do that. They don't create real lasting change. When you're doing something quickly, low effort, low energy, it may last for a moment, right? Just maybe for a little bit of time, but at some time down the line, the wheels may fall off or the bottom may fall out. And the thing to know and to always remember, that real shift happens when people including me, including you, decide to invest in something that holds real value and depth and effort. And I want you to realize that if you have a process or a program or something that you're offering, it's not about the pricing. I mean, it's not about just the dollars. It is, and it isn't just about the pricing, but when you're pricing, it's not just about the dollars. It's about energy. It's about an exchange. It's about a commitment. It's about a belief. It's about impact. So when you charge your worth, you set a standard for yourself and the people that you're called to serve. When you charge your worth, you set a standard for yourself and for the people you're called to serve. I'm speaking this. I have to share that I'm speaking this because, yeah, I mentioned that I've been impacted by this experience, but also I work with visionaries and creatives who I'm sharing this. And so this is like a public service announcement because of seeing the at times the people who may be hiding behind or stepping back, and I get it because I did it. I did that too. I did that. I have, so I get it. And I want to encourage you to come from behind the veil, and really honor you, to really honor you and value and charge your worth. And that's what I've stepped into, right? Yeah, charging my worth. This is what it is, and this is how much it is to work with me. It's because of the transformation that I provide. It's so deeply impactful across years, across generations, across whatever it is someone may be putting out there to create. What I teach and I give to people in a way where they can reuse this model that we've created together over and over and over and over again to build their success in their future, right? And so, yeah, it's important to place the value on your offer accordingly. Okay, so I have to share that. So I want to ask you some questions because this is some inner work to do. Mhm. This is so good. But I want to ask you some questions. Where have you been shrinking your value to make others more comfortable? Where have you been accepting quick, low value exchanges instead of standing in the fullness of your worth and of what you bring, right? Of what you are offering and how that impacts other people. Okay. What would it look like if you trusted the value you bring and stopped negotiating with yourself? Okay. Three things I wanted to ask you. Where have you been shrinking your value to make others more comfortable? Where have you been accepting quick, low value exchanges instead of standing in the fullness and the impact of what you bring and what you're offering? What would it look like if you trusted the value you bring and stop negotiating with yourself, stop second guessing yourself, and stop shrinking yourself, right? Stop shrinking in the moment. I'm going to pause for a moment and just let those questions, like for you to have a moment to really write those down and take that in. And I want you to let this sink in. You are not asking for too much. You are not asking for too much. You've just been asking in spaces that don't fully recognize who you are, what you bring, and what you carry. Yep. What you are asking for is not too much. You've just been asking in spaces that don't fully recognize what you bring to the table and what you carry. And when that is the case, it's time to shift the spaces that you are asking in. Okay. Shift the space that you're spending your time on. Okay. And I want to remind you of what this Tea with Trina is entitled, that your value is not up for debate. Mhm. The people who you are meant to work with and who are meant to walk with you, not only will they see it, but they will honor it. Okay? The people that you're meant to walk with, they're meant to walk with you. They're going to see it and honor it. And they're going to honor your value. They're going to honor what you bring and what you can do and the impact that you're here to make. And so I want to encourage you to stop watering down your magic, stop undercharging, stop looking for the low energy engagement. I want to encourage you to stop looking for the low quick fixes that don't match your vision of what you want to create. And I want to encourage you to stand tall in who you are, stand tall in your value and what you bring, and stand tall in your expertise. Okay? I want you to own what you bring. I want you to own your brilliance. I want you to own who you are and the impact you are here to make. And I want to encourage you to stand in your brilliance and charge accordingly. Okay. So if this message has impacted you or has hit home, I want you to drop a fire emoji in the comment section. Or you can send me a DM. I want you to DM me if this has hit home. Okay. And let's talk about what it looks like to build a business and a life that honors your true value, that honors you, your worth, and the impact that you're here to make. So that's the tea with Trina that I have for you today. Mhm. I want to encourage you to keep taking action, to keep showing up, to keep charging what you're worth, shining brightly, because what you bring to the world, to your community, deeply matters, and you are worth it. So that's my share with you today. And I look forward to talking with you soon.